So we've had lots of requests on how to work on your partner at home. One of the main areas was working on the back. So the easiest way for you to mimic having a massage table at your house would be to have your partner lay on the mattress, and then as if like this is the mattress and here, you're gonna have them as close to one side of the bed as possible. That way you can be standing up. This is gonna give you the best ergonomics so that you're not straining your back while you're working on your partner. And then a lot of times people will just have a pillow. So while I'm working on this side of the body, they might use their other arm to prop themselves up with a pillow for their head. So you're just gonna start on one side, and then after you work on this side of the body, it'll be easiest if you kind of shift to the other side of your bed so that you can work on the other side while still being able to stand. Most people love long gliding effleurage strokes. So you're basically just gonna take your hand and run all the way from the traps down along the side of the spine to the lower back, making sure you're not putting pressure directly on the spine, but the muscles next to the spine. Just some long gliding strokes to start out. When you're on this side of the bed, you're going to work this side of the body. So I like to take my hand and just put almost like a C motion and just run along the inside of the scapula, along the back here. And you can use both hands if you want, but just back and forth through here feels really nice. Kind of pushing a little bit along the edge of the scapula. If you really want to get into it, you can take this other arm and just cup the front part of the shoulder. So you're basically just gonna scoop underneath of this front part of the shoulder here. That'll help pop the shoulder blade up a little bit higher, and then you can use your fingers to get in underneath of the scapula. If your partner has shoulder issues, just check in with them, make sure that you're not adjusting their shoulder in any way that's going to bother them. As long as they're okay with having their shoulder lifted like this a little bit and digging in behind the scapula, then it should be safe for you to do so. While you're in this area, one of the other things you can do is have your partner just hang their arm off the side of the bed, and then grab right along here on the back of the trap, come around towards the front, get into the front part of the pec, and pull along this anterior part of the shoulder. Running along the pec and the deltoid here feels really good. This is another way to help open up your chest. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can pick this arm up and go all the way through like this. While you're at this angle, just kind of scooping across the top part of your partner's trap. It's going to help to loosen and cross fiber this trapezius muscle. And put your thumbs along the lat muscles. You're going to come up over the scapula with your hands, and then down the deltoid. You can start kind of doing this like little pinching, scooping motion, alternating both hands. This feels really good in through here in the deltoid. So after you've worked the back and you've worked their whole right side and their whole left side, if you're at home and you don't have a massage table, likely you've been having your neck faced one direction or another on a pillow. So just make sure you finish off with some neck work to help loosen the neck. Laying in a position like that on one side or the other for a while can create some tension. So I like to just kind of use my hand in this motion, kind of grabbing up. Be careful not to pinch when you get to the end there. Alternating both hands. And then you can also do some of these sweeping motions along the tops of the shoulders, up the back of the neck, kind of gripping at the base of the skull again. I'm going to make sure that no area is left sore after working another area. One of the reasons why our neck gets really, really tight is because our traps attach up here at the occipital ridge. So they attach here, they run all the way down across the top of the shoulders and then down even to about here in the back. So this whole area is such a big muscle and we use this area so much, but a lot of times when that area gets tight, it ends up pulling on these attachments here at the occipital ridge. You'll be able to find the occipital ridge by running your fingers at the neck until you get to the bone. So right where the neck meets the skull is the occipital ridge. So just using kind of light pressure in through here, just doing little circles along this whole edge. I like to start on the outside edge and just slowly work my way towards the middle. This usually feels really good, and there's so many little muscle attachments in here. Working on these is going to help with a lot of neck pain and even upper shoulder pain.